One thing flows into another and cannot be grasped. The true purpose is to see things as they are, to observe things as they are, and to let everything go as it goes. Hello, I am Shunryu Suzuki. This teaching, this quiet truth I have shared, arises not from philosophy in the abstract, but from life lived closely and attentively. It comes from the discipline of zazen, from watching the world breathe around me and within me. Let me explain what I meant, and perhaps you may carry it with you into your own stillness. When I say that one thing flows into another, I do not mean it figuratively. I mean this deeply, in the way that breath becomes thought, and thought becomes action, and action becomes consequence. Nothing stays fixed, nothing can be held. And yet, most suffering arises from the mind's endless attempt to hold, to possess, to insist. This is mine, this is me, this must not change. But things do change, all things do. You cannot hold a sunrise, you cannot freeze a river, you cannot trap a moment. To live in the world as it is means to participate in the movement of life, not to clutch at it. The true purpose, then, is not to master the flow, but to see it clearly, to observe without agenda. This is the practice of Zen. We sit, we breathe, we let the world pass through us like wind through pine needles, and in doing so, we come to understand that peace does not come from control. It comes from release. This is not resignation. It is not passivity. It is intimacy with reality. To see things as they are means to let go of stories, judgments, and fears. It means not turning the cherry blossom into a symbol, but seeing the cherry blossom for what it is, brief, beautiful, and sufficient in its being. In modern times, this wisdom is more essential than ever. You live in a world of constant stimulation. Your screens pull you from the present. Your notifications shout urgency. Your mind is taught to jump, react, compare. And so, you begin to grasp at things: status, identity, outcomes, control. But this grasping creates tension. It creates frustration and burnout. It creates a false sense that happiness is somewhere else, just beyond the next achievement or acquisition. What if, instead, you paused? What if, for a few moments each day, you sat with no goal other than to observe? The sound of the wind, the beating of your heart, the way your thoughts arise and pass like clouds across the sky. You would begin to see that you are not separate from this flow. You are it. And in that realization, a deep, quiet joy can arise. I have taught many students in the West, and I have seen that while your culture values striving, there is a deep hunger for stillness. You seek purpose, you seek peace, but often you search for them as things to acquire. I invite you to let go of this way of seeking. Instead, simply see. See your anger, see your joy, see your fear, see your habits. Let them pass. Do not identify with them. Do not resist them. Let them go as they go, like leaves on a stream, and in that gentle watching, something profound happens. You awaken, not to a different world, but to this one, finally, clearly. That is the purpose. Not to transcend life, but to be fully here for it. So my advice for today and the future: sit daily, even if for 5 minutes. Do not aim to get something from it. Just sit. When you feel anger or sorrow, do not suppress them, but also do not feed them. Acknowledge them, bow to them, and let them pass. Do not be afraid of change. All of life is change. Your resistance is what makes it painful. See the beauty in small things: tea, wind, a child's laughter. These are not distractions. They are the path. And finally, remember, the goal of Zen is not to become perfect. It is to become real. Let things flow. Let them go. Be present with what is. And in that presence, you will find peace, not as a possession, but as your natural state. Thank you. Shunryu Suzuki,